So I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this. Y'all know I love to crack jokes, have a good time. This episode, it wasn't joke cracking. Okay, it wasn't a joke cracking type of episode. Like, there's only one joke that I can crack.
If you're a mama and you ain't got your baby, and your mama got your baby, then you're not the mama. Your grandmama's the baby.
And that's the only joke that will be cracked. Let me pull up my notes. We got a mother and her mother, and it's just a lot of carrying on between the mother and her mother. I don't even know how to get this started. I really am at a loss for words. So Nikita, I think, is the daughter's name. I could not catch the mother's name. Don't shoot me, I just couldn't catch it. But Nikita comes in and starts talking to Iyanla, and just the way that this whole episode was set up, it was just really set up where it felt to me incomplete. It just, the whole conversation with Iyanla, I felt like we really didn't get anywhere. Like, we got, I don't know, we took a light walk, but we didn't take a jog. We didn't get nowhere really. But oh girl, I don't even know. I don't know how to do this. Straighten out my vehicle. So yes girl, I'm aware of my truck. I don't know what to do with this. I really don't know. The woman Nikita has 6 children by 5 different men. Apparently she started having children at 18. That first baby daddy wasn't no good. The second baby daddy wasn't no good. All the baby daddies just simply were no good. I didn't quite understand. I'm not sure, but it looked like one of the children's fathers was a rapist. I don't know for sure. Because it was just so disjointed. The way they were speaking to each other, the way it was edited just felt very disjointed to me. So I'm sitting here trying to put together pieces that it felt like they didn't want us to put together. At some point, you know, they got down to when she was 11, she being Nikita was 11, one of her friends got it in her mind that to become a woman, she needed to do womanly things, I guess. And that led to her, she said, having sex with 5 men in a night. And it just, I don't know, girl. I just really don't know what to do with this. There was no point at 11 that I was eager to become a woman. There was absolutely no, I remember being 11. I started my cycle when I was 11, and it was just like, girl, I don't want this. And I still don't. 13 years later, I'm sitting here like, nah, not needed. Because, girl, what was the point of it? Why am I bleeding? Why? But that's me and my business. But there was no point. I was never eager to grow up. I was never eager to be a grown person. You know, like literally never. That was never. I'm still, and I'm a grown person. I'm still just like, I don't really feel like it. I don't feel like being an adult. And I never. So there was no. That's why it's confusing to me, because there was no point in time in my adolescence, in my childhood, that one of my friends would have been like, so girl, this is what you need to do to be, you know, a grown up. This is what you must do. Now I have to admit that when I was in like 2nd grade, me and my friend used to put tissue in our bras, but then that thing got to itching me, honey, because school tissue, it was 1 ply. It's sharp. Why is 1 ply toilet paper so sharp when you ball it up? Anyway, so I took the tissue out of my brassiere, which, girl, what did I even, because I didn't have nothing. I had nothing. So I don't know where I got that little piece of a train. I was probably a bathing suit top. But anyway. I took it out and never put it back. But it's just, I don't know. It just felt gross. It felt gross that at 11 years old, she felt like this is something that she needed to do to become a woman, or to not. It just, because I would have ran that by my mama. I would have been like, so girl, you're a woman. You've been a woman at least all my life. How'd you get there? What's going on here? That's what I would have said, but I don't know. Anyway, so she said that when she went in, it was daytime. When she left, it was nighttime. She could barely walk, and she was bleeding profusely. And I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand how she got into the house at, you know, after dark at 11, limping and bleeding. and ain't nobody say nothing. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. It was a lot of pieces missing that I just don't understand. What I took to mean her one of her baby fathers is being a rapist. When she was talking about her kid's fathers, the conversation kind of jumped to one time her car broke down. She was stranded at a gas station, and she took a ride from a man that she had never seen before, and he raped her in the car. And it's just like, again, my mama trained me up not to just be taking rides from people. Like, all of it just doesn't make sense because of what I know I was taught, and what I know my friends were taught, and what my friends' mamas taught me, and what my mama taught my friends. Because it's like we all kind of just had similar. I've been, you know, in trouble at my friend's house before. Like, you know, me and my friend got into something, and now we grounded for the duration of the sleepover. You know, that kind of thing. So it's like, I don't know. It just feels like not only was I told certain things by my mom and my grandma and my great-grandma, but then my friends' mamas would be like, so make sure you know certain little tidbits of information. Like, so I just don't understand how she just didn't get certain things. It's confusing to me. It really is. She mentioned having been on birth control since she was 12, and we're gonna loop back around to that. Let's talk to the mama. Again, I don't remember the mama's name, but she comes in, she sits before Miss Iyanla, and they have a conversation, and we find out that the mama had Nikita at 14 and had absolutely no help. And it's just like, how you just don't help your daughter? It just didn't make sense to me. It's like, the baby coming now, the baby here now, you just go on and help her. I don't understand. If I, some mystical and magical way, became a grandmother today, it'd just be like, all right, well, let's just go and, I mean, I feel very young. I feel like 24 is quite too young to be somebody's grandmama, but look, the baby's here. We got to do something about it. We can't just let the baby just be out here, you know, by the wayside. So I just don't understand. Because when I was born, my grandmother, like, semi-retired from her job and was like, all right, well, let's raise this baby. So I just don't get it. I do not understand. But anywho, so the mama thought at some point that her daughter's misbehavior was due to some man checking to see if she was still a virgin. And this is where the timeline really gets screwy for me, because it's like, what? First of all, what? Because she said she caught Nikita with a boy. She didn't say if she caught them in a sexual situation or what. She just said she caught her with a boy. They could have just been playing PS4. Because when I was 11, I stayed with a boy playing video games. Me and one of my friends, Lawrence, used to trade Game Boy Advance SP games all the time. What you got? I got Spyro. Oh, I got Sonic the Hedgehog. And we would trade. But we would sit together, and it almost looked like we went together. And folks would, you know, think, oh, look at them, a cute little couple. No, we was just good friends. I think he may be gay now. I don't know. I ain't seen him in a while, but he was delicate in the day. But all of the male friends that I had, or the male people that I grew up with, like, people thought we went together because we were just so close. Like, we just hung out. We were playing video games and, you know, digging up worms. I was a big worm child. I still like worms. Any other bug can die, but a worm is it's a good old fashioned. Anyway, we're not talking about me and worms. It just didn't make sense to me, because it's like, it's okay, so you caught her with a boy, and then you called this man. She called a man to come discipline her child. And it's just like, girl, what? I don't understand what you mean. I don't understand what you mean. Now, I grew up with a single mother. My mama never call nobody, especially no man, to discipline me. Never. Ever. Ever. Like, my grandmama whooped me, my grandfather whooped me, but that's when they felt like they should whoop me. It wasn't like, come over here and whoop my child because I can't. It was never that. My mama always whooped me. So I just don't understand calling. So she called this man over. And apparently this man opened up this child's legs and looked between them to see if she were still a virgin. And then whooped her. And it's just like, what the hell? And then the mama was not in the room. So not only did you call somebody who don't live with you, somebody who's not Probably not, because they bleeped out the relationship to you know, to these two people. Probably not this girl's daddy, just this man. You done called him. You downstairs and he upstairs with your child, doing whatever. That don't make sense to me. That does not make sense. So not only could you not whoop your own child or discipline your own child, you couldn't be in the room either. You just that weak that you can't even be in the room when your child is getting disciplined. That's why she bad. That's why. It just didn't make no sense. Whatever. The mama mentioned that she was sexually assaulted or something like that. You know, harassed or whatever. They glazed right over that. Just, you know, Iyanla said, because the mama said that sexual assault is harder on boys. Which, what? I'm sorry? Come again? Make it make sense. I need a detailed explanation of what you're trying to tell me. Sexual assault is harder on boys? Sexual assault is hard on everybody. So she said that, and then Iyanla let that kind of slide. And then she asked the mama, you know, if someone had done something to her, and she said, yeah, and they just moved right on. Just, okay, well, anyway, what's next? The whole episode just felt so incomplete and so incorrect, and not one time, this whole episode. Now, I'm saying the episode because I don't know, you know, what they cut out. I don't know what was spoken, you know, in private or whatever. But not one time did I hear the word therapy this whole episode. I didn't hear, you know, the mama say, I sent her to therapy because the girl was in detention homes. Children in detention homes probably need therapy. I didn't hear Iyanla tell them that they need to go to therapy. I didn't hear no mention of therapy. It just, child, it wore me out. The sixth baby daddy, the sixth baby is a month old. The baby daddy is married, and she's just glad to have him. Nikita is just so happy to have him. He does things for them. Apparently, you know, he buys Pampers, because that's the bare minimum that you should do for your child. But what's so shiesty and so crazy about this is not even the fact that he's married, but the fact that, and I knew he was married when she started telling the story. She's talking about she, you know, all 5 of her children are with her mother. And I think they're in Milwaukee and she's in Atlanta, or vice versa, I'm not sure. But all 5 of the children are with her mother. And she met this big shiny man. She said she met a big shiny man and she couldn't help herself. She just had to have him. It's just, oh, that rubbed me the wrong way. And they got together, and when she said that he asked her to have a baby, I already knew he was married. That's stuff married men do. Single men very rarely ask you to have their baby. It's rare. It happens, because it happened to me. And I said, you single and I'm single. Why is we finna try to have a baby? What is that? We don't go together. Anyway. different time. Different story. Different video. But in my humblest of nigga experiences and seeing, because I ain't never went with nobody's husband ever in life, but seeing the girls that do, it is very common for a married man to ask his side hoe to have a baby. That's just what they do. I don't know why, but they do it. And a lot of the times the side hoes say okay, and then be mad when the baby don't get the same attention, be mad when the wife is mad. And I just do not understand the mindset of a side hoe. I don't get it. I don't get it. We then later found out that Nikita's mama was, you know, a side baby. Her daddy never acknowledged her. Yada yada, you know. Sad existence. A lot of our daddies don't acknowledge us, married or not. So, but it just, the whole to-do was just very strange. It just doesn't make sense to me how the girl, okay, so I don't even know how to phrase this series of questions, but the timeline doesn't make sense. She was 11, which I guess she took it upon herself to, I don't even know how to phrase this, because it was sexual, you know, abuse and assault, because these were 14 to 20-year-old pretty much men and an 11-year-old girl, but she went over there. So it's just like, I don't even know if I want to call it, I mean, I want to call it rape, but it's like, but she went over there with the understanding. I don't know what understanding she had, but anyway, she was 11 when that went on. And then the timeline got a little murky for me. She was 12 when she started taking birth control, but the mama said that it was like, she made mention of it being a little later than 11 or 12. It was after she started going to the you know, the homes, that she caught the girl with the boy and called the man. So it's like, you had her on birth control, but you weren't sure if she was having sex, and you caught her with a boy or what. Like, the whole to-do was just weird. Why do you have your 12-year-old on birth control instead of having a conversation with her? Like, or maybe they did have a conversation and she was just like, well, I ain't finna stop having sex. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. But, and then, she just stopped taking birth control at 18? She was like, you know what, no more of this. Let me just go ahead and have 6 babies. Like, it just don't make sense. None of this makes sense to me. And it was just so incomplete. Iyanla had them playing, first she had the girl passing her eggs. And then they was playing musical chairs. And then they prayed. It was just, nobody said nothing about therapy. Iyanla was so quick to sponsor therapy and a workshop for Neffy, who didn't take advantage of it. But these women, you can't send them somewhere to get a little piece of therapy. Now it's raining and I'm getting wet because it's hot and I can't let the windows up. So that adds another layer of frustration to my personal life. Whose idea was this? Anywho, the whole to-do felt incomplete. The girl, when they were playing musical chairs, got an attitude because the mama started talking about her married boyfriend. She was, you know, I would appreciate you not to talk about him because he's been good. Like, okay, he's been good he's been better to you than you've been to yourself. And he helping you raise the baby. That's nice. But think about how bad he's being towards his wife. Like, you want somebody who don't treat their wife right? That's what don't make sense to me. That's where I really lose, like, this, because you know, I don't mind hoes. Hoes are fine. Be a hoe. Hoe all you want to. But being a side hoe is different, because it's like you are lowering your standards for somebody who don't respect their wife. Like, you can be a hoe and be respected, but you cannot be a side hoe and be respected, in my mind's eye. Because, again, he's not taking care of his main woman. So obviously you fall by the wayside. It just don't make sense. And if you more important than his wife, then he's trash. I mean, he was trash before, but he's further trash. It just, all of it just don't make sense to me. She was mad for being called out, and it's like, girl, you wrote in here. What you think Iyanla was finna do? You thought she was just gonna be like, woo woo woo, like Sinclair on Living Single? That's not what she does, even though that's pretty much what she did, because there was no resolve. There was no resolve. The kid's still over at the grandmama house. The grandmama is still the baby. And she's still going with this married man. So, I don't even know. I don't even know. This was one of the saddest and most confusing things. I'm hurt for the girl because she really never had a chance. Nikita never had a chance. Why are you putting up right here? Do better. Nikita never had a chance. Her mama may not have ever had a chance. And I feel like Iyanla just didn't handle this. She didn't handle nothing. She just made them hold eggs and play Ring Around the Rosie. I wanted to come to y'all not annoyed. I really did. My spirit wanted to come to y'all because I come to y'all annoyed all the time. I wanted to come to y'all humbly. But this didn't make no sense. It did not make any sense. And my spirit just won't allow me not to be annoyed. I want better for these folks. Anyway, girl, let me run over to the gas station because I got low fuel. And I'll call y'all later for something else. Peace.